guys, today we're going to talk about the final stages of the gentle leader. So congratulations, you have come this far. We're not going to talk about the final steps. So going forward, the gentle leader and leash are going to be one entity. So when it comes time to attach the leash to the gentle leader, just to make sure that the dog is as successful as possible, I want you to do a couple of different things. I'm going to show you that right now. So once you've reached this step, whenever you're walking with the dog on leash, the gentle leader will also be on the dog. They're one entity, they shouldn't come off, unless of course you are teaching a new command, in which I want you to attach the leash to the flat collar and teach the dog that way. Okay, so final stages, you want to get the dog used to walking and getting used to the feel of the weight from the leash on its face, but you also want to get the dog used to different leash pressures via the gentle leader. Up until now, the dog has learned all of his commands with leash pressure associated to the collar, so you're going to need to teach him to be familiar with the leash pressure coming from the gentle leader. Again, it's always been from the neck, but now it's going to be from the face. So sometimes that could be uncomfortable for the dog. Again, it's new, so you just want to make sure that they have the most positive association to the new leash pressure as possible. So Vegas, hey buddy. All right, so you're gonna use the command get dressed every time you put it on. Every time you put on the gentle leader, I want you to lure the dog through and give him a treat. In doing that, you will 100% guarantee that there's no backing away motion. If you take away the treat, the dog could learn to back away, and just make sure that you're positively reinforcing it with a treat every single time. That's very important. Okay, get dressed, give him some treats. Okay, so he's fully trained to this. All right, but even just the leash and the weight from the leash, it's gonna feel different to the dog. It's a different sensation. So when you're going on a walk and when you've just attached the leash to the gentle leader, expect to treat the dog and reinforce the dog for walking, because it's gonna be a new feel for him. In addition to that, I want you to practice deliberate leash pressure exercises so that the dog gets used to following the leash pressure via the gentle leader. Vegas. Okay, so this means pulling up, right? Upwards means to sit, right? So once he sits, he gets a treat. Downward leash pressure, good boy. You notice that I'm immediately giving him a treat, so when he follows it, he immediately gets treated. The hardest leash pressure for the dog to, new leash pressure for the dog to understand is forward leash pressure. When you pull the gentle leader forward, it bunches up their face, and that's not comfortable. So in order for it to make them comfortable, I want you to pretty much get a treat out and immediately reward them for following just gentle leash pressure from the face. This leash pressure is going to be used in left and rights, under, jump, up. All of those commands have forward leash pressure, so it's really important that the dog understands and is comfortable with that forward leash pressure. So doing these deliberate exercises, buddy, okay, is really just going to help the dog get used to the different feel of the gentle leader on their face. Gentle and treat. Gentle leash pressure, where is it? There you go, buddy. Gentle leash pressure and then treat. I don't care about his hips right now, I care more that he's comfortable with the gentle leader, okay? So deliberate leash pressure practice.